Here we are, day 2, getting started off. Not a bad, actually it's a pretty damn late start. It's 8:30 in the morning. We went to bed last night about 9, got up at 7:30 actually. We had to hit a snooze. Nice 10 hours, but neither of us slept very well. The place was fantastic, great place, very cute. Fortunately, the bed was kind of hard as a rock, but it was a nice king-size bed. There was air conditioning, as you saw from yesterday. So I would definitely recommend it. I'd stay there in a heartbeat again. It was probably one of the cuter places we've stayed in the Caminos we've done. Bodies are adjusting, let's put it that way. Today feels like yesterday was, the first leg day you have in a gym for a while. Well, that's what the next day feels like. My legs are pretty toast. Sam, how you feeling?
My hips are hurting. My thighs.
So today's not too bad, 16K, so by Camino standards, a pretty short day, and we're off. One of the nice things about today is we have 2 stops before we get to our town, and that's great. With only a 16K, to have 2 stops is nice. It's a lot more of what we were used to on the Frances. I think part of what made yesterday harder than what we thought it was going to be is the fact that it was a 23K day, but there's only one town to stop in. So you kind of walked your 11 or 12, got your break, and then walked another 10 or 11. And that was it. And one of the things that we really like about the Camino is usually every couple miles, 3-4 miles, so every 6-8K, you're in a town or you're somewhere where you can get a little break. A lot of times on the Camino, if you have more than, say, a 8 to 10K stretch, you'll have warnings. Hey, this is your last stop for 10K, make sure you stock up. So the support is nowhere near as good out here. The other problem that we're running into, and the reason you don't see Sam, she's back there, is there's a lot of road walking. Like, we are right on the side of the road, right next to it. I could reach out and touch the windows of these cars. The scenery around the road's really pretty, but this isn't like a small traffic road. Just talking to you, I've had 4 or 5 cars go by. So another thing we've noticed is that the trail seems to switch sides of the street pretty rapidly. All of a sudden you've got this slim shoulder on this side, then this side shoulder disappears and the shoulder shows up on the other side. When I mean shoulder, it's tiny. So as you can see, Sam's up ahead a little bit because I wanted to get some space. So if I get killed, she doesn't get killed. We basically have no path. We're on this tiny road with no shoulder. That's a little kind of windy. There's a big curve right behind me where I was back there. See here, and the cars are right there. This is a wide angle lens, so it makes them look further than they are. But if I stuck my arm out, my elbow's getting hit. So not our favorite part of the walk so far. Hey, sweetie.
Hi.
So there's an arrow saying this is definitely the right way to go. We are definitely on the right trail. But now I guess we just get across this bridge around a turn where somebody was just honking at somebody else. This is crazy to me. There's nowhere down here to go with the railings. We are completely kind of exposed on this little bridge. The other side is the exact same size. Not really the best way to start the day. There's another car behind us trying to pass us now. I just don't know what to do. This is weird. At least now there's a little bit of a sidewalk for false protection. Yeah, exactly. So Sam was just saying, so they've got this little sidewalk here, but there's no sidewalk to get to the sidewalk. Well, the good news is we survived the bridge of death, but we're still on the road here. We've got a little bit of space now, at least. We've got, I don't know, probably 30 inches or so, maybe 36 inches. So some room. Cars fly through here. It may just be the cobbles that make them seem like they're flying through here, because they're all so loud when they go flying by. We had a little confusion as we got to the other side of the bridge. There was one arrow telling us to make a left and go down a road that looks better, looked better than this road, but when we read the instructions that we have on one of our Camino apps, it said do not take that road. you want to stay here to get into town? So we don't know. It's been, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes at the most of walking, and it's been an interesting morning already. So yesterday, Sam and I were talking about the video we did yesterday and how, you know, there's just not a lot going on there other than just starting the Camino and some information on starting the Camino. Today's video, at least, since we are on the road of death, at least there's impending doom coming up. You know, there's a chance that we don't. All right, that guy was just hiking, honking his horn, telling us to go the other way. So we're gonna cross and see if there's a trail over there. We have no idea what that guy was talking about. We're on the other side of the street now, since the trail's basically gone again on both sides. As you can see from behind Sam, you can see a little line behind her. That's basically our trail. So we have no idea what he was honking for. Hopefully there's not a video an hour and a half later, say finding out that we missed a turn somewhere. So as I was saying, yesterday's video we were talking about how it's just kind of the start of the Camino. You know, there's not a lot to do except for talk about some plants and trails and our thoughts and this and that. There weren't many thoughts yesterday. It was just kind of walking through and really enjoying being back out here. Well, today at least there's some interest and some intrigue as we're on the road of death here with, you know, impending doom and some excitement. Although I guess if this video gets posted, you know we survived, thank God. But if it doesn't get posted, I can see the headlines now. Idiot wannabe YouTuber killed on the side of the road with camera in hand. I sure hope this video gets posted. All the way from Azinhaga to Golega, we had just absolutely nothing. The entire road was narrow. We had to cross back and forth because the trail would just end. By trail, I mean the 6 inches of dirt we had to walk on. As you can see what we're walking on now, it's actually like 3 times thicker than what we've been walking on the entire time. And this is still crazy, but compared to what the last 6K was, this is actually a nice reprieve. Another walk of death, but at least it's pretty on the other side of death. I don't get it. They got big signs saying welcome pilgrims coming into the town. The roadway to get here is insane. And this is beautiful over here. It just goes on and on. Field of flowers and everything is gorgeous, but this little nothing road is crazy. Like there's nothing. There's no median here. This is, you know, to give you an idea of the size of this, like you can see, here's my foot's across the entire thing. Both of Sam's shoes don't even fit on this. And this is the balancing act that we've been doing, trying to get here for the last 6K. Something needs to be done different, but this is, you know, at least it's pretty, at least it's beautiful. Hey, an arrow.
Squirrel!
Museum of Photography or something, trying to judge by the signs. The building itself is absolutely beautiful. Old Victorian architecture. I don't know if it's Victorian or what this is. All right, so here we are in the little town of Golega. Quite the walk. What'd you think of the walk?
It sucked.
It did suck. You guys saw the video of it. Not our favorite walk. Hopefully it changes a little bit going forward. Like I said, short day today. We've already done the first 7K. We have 8 or 9K to go. So nice day. Kind of a pleasant surprise. We went through the church. It's really nice. I think I've probably shown that. We've got a beautiful church. We've got our heart-shaped panini. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
How good does that look? So we're excited to try that. It's huge. We've definitely learned that we got a little comfortable last year with the size of our packs and all that. So we got ambitious with how much we packed this year.
I'm okay other than my hips, but I think it's all the weight. I think I'm like 4 to 5 pounds heavier than last year.
So we're both carrying at least an extra. I'm carrying easily another 5 pounds. She could be 3 or 4 pounds heavier, maybe even 5.
Yeah.
Also has a different pack on. How's the pack been for
The
you?
last pack was way better. It fit my body better. I was able to tighten it and take all the pressure off. This one, no matter how, I tightened everything and it's just nothing. It's not relieving it at all.
Yeah, it's been we're only a day and a half in.
Yeah.
At times it feels like we're just right back on the trail, and at times it feels like we're noobs. See you back on the trail. That sandwich was so good. It's crazy how good that was. So I'll give you an idea of our costs so far. We had the sandwich, we had fresh squeezed orange juice, we had a Diet Coke, and we had 2 nattas. Nattas are so good. Love nattas. All of that for €9.50. So it's incredible, the costs over here. The food quality is good, the service was really good. We're now just walking out of town. We had to go to the pharmacy to get Sam some heat rash cream stuff. She had the same thing last year. She gets it around her ankles with the wool socks. So now we're heading up to the next town, and hopefully we're off of that road. What do you think, Sam? Missing the road?
No, this is nice.
It looks like we're finally on a little trail here. Earlier today, we didn't get it on video, unfortunately. There was one arrow going left down the street, another arrow going straight. So that was confusing. We had to break out the GPS, which, as I said, we try not to do, but we had to there. And sure enough, they both would have taken us to the same place. Here's another one where I'll show the arrow we just had, where it can be hard to see the arrows. That wasn't so much the case that I remember on the French. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Easy to spot them.
Way easier to spot. Everything was very well marked. This one, I would say, I don't know, do you think you could do this at all without some type of a GPS?
No.
In 2 days, I think we've used the GPS more here than we did the entire 800 kilometers on the French way, with the exception of getting in and out of big cities, getting in and out of Burgos and Leon. You kind of needed the GPS because that was tricky. So here we are on a trail in the middle of nowhere, and Sam is still shopping.
I think it's my size.
Oh, Jesus. All right, time to be honest with you guys. You guys all thought we were walking across Portugal. In reality, and I'm sure you guys figured it out from all this corn around us, we're just walking across Nebraska. I know, not nearly as exciting. Sam's stretching out the legs, starting to feel a little bit better. We don't have much further to go, maybe an hour or so. So as we're walking around, there's these just giant nests, and I think they're condors that are up in them. I'll have to look that up and look up. These nests are huge, and it's really cool to see them all over the place. We even saw this one that was like a condor condo with a whole bunch of them. Really cool stuff. So there's a horse back there. I don't know if you can see him. A couple of them, like a little pony behind. Kind of a cool little area back here. So we're here in Quinta de Cardiga. Can you help me out with that a little bit, Google?
Quinta da Cardiga.
Thank you. It's a complete ghost town. And it's just kind of eerie seeing all of these buildings and everything. Beautiful streets. It's almost like a old Wild West town. It's really kind of a trip to see what it's like here. I don't know much about it. All the ghost towns I've ever been to, and there's quite a few of them through, say, Nevada and stuff, former mining towns. A lot of them are kind of touristy places now. One of the biggest ones that we have in Arizona is Tombstone, which is as touristy as you can possibly get. And then we have Jerome, which is again very touristy, but at least people kind of live there and they've turned that in. They call it a wild drinking biker town with an artist problem. This, I think, is the only true ghost town I've ever been in. All right, I'm gonna go in there and check it out. What do you think? You coming with me?
No, you're crazy.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
All right. Hello? All right, so, all right, Sam, roof's intact. Keep your eyes for nails or anything like that on the ground.
For what, nails?
Uh-huh. Oh, look at the old fire. This would have been the kitchen. It wouldn't even just been a fireplace. So I'm guessing this would have been an old kitchen at one point in time. Big old bug. Green walls. I love this old stuff, to think that sometimes somebody or some family or lived here and this was home, and what caused them to leave. All right, you didn't chicken out, you came in.
I did.
Kind of cool, huh?
It was really cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a trip to see. I guess these are just probably old row houses or something right here. I wish I knew more about the community, but even up ahead, we'll keep walking through. There's more cool stuff. It's like, I don't know, like it's got to be like an abandoned palace or some type of obviously religious building. There's a bell up there. I don't know if it's a monastery, if it's a big convent. I don't know what it is. I personally think this town's really cool and neat to see. It's the type of stuff I love being able to find on the Camino. Sam, on the other hand, I think she wants to like it, but she keeps talking about, she can't make up her mind up between zombies and The Hills Have Eyes. Do I have the right two movies?
Yeah.
So she's pretty sure that people are gonna attack us, and then we're gonna have to turn around and run, and then a truck's gonna chase us through all of the corn again. Like there's recurring themes that our mind runs to while we're hanging out. I'm amazed somebody hasn't bought that and turned that into something. I'm guessing it cost $1 million, $1 billion to do it. Just an incredible place. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but then there's all these, I don't know if it's like cicada or what. Very cool thing to see. One of the amazing things you get to run in on the Camino here. That's a good example of why we love doing this. More arrows. Some of the sick jokes the Camino likes to play on you. Cool little city we saw before, but now to get to our place, the last few minutes we're excited. Only 5 minutes left, and it's straight up a hill. So hilly that there's actually steps on the side of it. I'm not sure where the nearest bar, restaurant, somewhere to grab something cold to drink is. All right, we just finished up our second day out on the Camino, kind of a day of death between the death town and the death road. Really was a great day, fantastic day. We thoroughly enjoyed it. And to top it all off, we get here to our albergue. Not only does it have air conditioning, we're actually staying in the childhood home of the albergue owner. So he gave us a little tour around. We are actually staying in the princess room because he had twin sisters that are now our age, which is kind of funny. So he said they are now queens and no longer princesses, but this is the princess room. So really cool day. We're going to hopefully go find something to eat and drink in a bit after we shower, cool down. He said the water heater's not working right now, but it should be fixed in an hour. Could care less about hot water right now. Cold shower sounds perfect. We've been really fortunate. Great weather today. Never got really hot. I don't think it got out of the low to mid 80s. So nothing. No real heat, no big deal, just a fantastic day.
It's an important moment.
I know, I got to get my stamp.
Step of Casinas Memoria.
Very, it's the best one. So what do you do to keep your insulin cool on the trail?
What I do is each albergue or hostel, hotel, wherever we end up staying that night, I'll ask the person running it or the front desk if they have any type of refrigeration or freezer. Freezer is the best. It's not as common, so at least a refrigerator, and I'll get my ice packs and my insulin and put it in there.
Perfect. So where do you keep your insulin in while you're on the trail?
Okay, so I have these insulated things, packages, and so I have these ice packs here, and they go on each side. So it goes under here on the other side, and I just put all my insulin there. And we got really lucky that this place has a little freezer inside the refrigerator.
So we told you a little bit about our host here at Casa das Memorias. We'll put some link up to see it. This was his family home. We went to that. Well, we got a chance to get to know the guy a little bit better. What a great guy. The house is 98 years old. His family home. Takes a ton of pride in it, and you see everything you've done. If you're ever doing the Camino in this area and you're in
Vila Nova da Barquinha.
make sure you stay here at Casa das Memorias. This has been one of the best places we've ever stayed. The rooms are nice with air conditioning. We had beers for 60 cents. We had food here for 2.5 euros. It's just been, the rooms are very comfortable. They're all air conditioned. The price is fantastic. I think we paid 52 euros for a private room with air conditioning. Beautiful bathroom. Like, this has been absolutely great. We're actually sitting in the family room right now with the TV and everything that you're allowed to use. And to top it off, it's not a huge albergue. They only have, I don't know, 5, 6 rooms, 4 rooms.
Yeah, 4 up here anyway.
4 up here. We're not really sure what's downstairs. We weren't down there long. The owner, Antonio, amazing guy. If you're anywhere near here, make sure you guys stay here and check it out. All right, end of the day wrap up here from the Camino. It's been quite the day. The hiking really went well. Once we were done with hiking, things got a little bit sideways, and we'll kind of go over into that really briefly. We did make the executive decision to ship a little bit of weight today. So we got a company coming to pick up some of our weight tomorrow once we get to Tomar. The hike tomorrow is a long one of the longest ones we're going to have. And of course, us waiting until the last minute, I blame Sam. We looked up what the terrain's going to look like. Well, tomorrow is apparently a lot of uphill hiking, and we got a lot of distance on us. So we've made the decision to ship some weight forward, but that won't be until after the hike tomorrow, so that'll be all in the bag. As much as I wanted to edit videos on the road, that extra 5-6 pounds that I'm carrying isn't going well. Sam's hips giving her problems because, she's old. On a positive note, as weird as this sounds, we're going to call today kind of the Day of the Dead. We almost died on the Street of Dead. All right, that's an exaggeration. We didn't almost die. But the street was sketchy, as you saw earlier. Then we went through that dead ghost town, which was a trip. And then the funnest part of it all is when we got in tonight, we found out our brand new tenant that just moved in, called us to let us know that the air conditioner is dead. It died on Friday. He went through the weekend with the crazy heat. We got somebody out there and it's gone dead. And so we need to get a whole new AC unit installed. So yeah, we're definitely going to call today the Day of the Dead.